I'm like 0 for 10 on this thing. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? Morning. Everybody ready to roll? We got things to do. Sick. Cool. Let's get to work. Man, we got things to do. There's actually a decent amount of movers today for, kind of being like at the tail end of earnings season. I would say there's good activity going on here. Let's first take a look at the markets. Good morning, my friends. What's up, what's up? Yeah, we got a spike down in the markets yesterday, and it kind of happened like right around 1 p.m. The market was just ho-hum all day. It was just sitting around doing nothing, and then boom, out of nowhere, you got this big flush down. So there must have been some kind of news flowing around in there. Now we're rebounding a little bit. We got a pretty strong open. We're definitely due for a pullback. It's just a matter of like where does it come in. The one issue with the market is like you kind of got the candle held above the 9 EMA, so that's actually still pretty bullish. Like, are we due for a pullback? Sure. If we're looking at the NASDAQ, the breakout was at 195. To get 10 points over 195 is a really incredible run. Now what we need to do is have this thing kind of pull back a little bit, and that's going to allow us to have some breathing room on the charts. Barack, how you doing, brother? Sweet. All right. How's the audio? Cool. Let's do what we gotta do. Pragnesh, what's up, you motherfucker? Mr. Craig, how you doing? A lot of gappers today, so let's start going through these things one by one. All right? Number one, plan. Plan post narrower than expected loss. Revenues top estimate. Shares rise. You got a nice $7 gap on this thing. Software infrastructure has been like software stocks in general have been hot. You're coming out of this kind of longer term consolidation. I think you can get some upside on this one for sure. You got 120 million share float, $6 billion company, so it's right in that sweet spot. I've noticed really in the last, I would say, a couple months, really that kind of $5 to $10 billion market cap stocks. They're the ones that are giving the best range with at least the best range with the mix of liquidity and things that you want to see. I like this one a lot. Nuon busting up on some earnings too. If you look at the weekly chart on this bad boy, you got a nice kind of range break. If it can hold over 17-ish, 17, yeah, nice range break. So if you look at the weekly chart, you can go back to about 2016. You've got yourself a nice resistance level over here to get going. I like this one. You got 200 million share flow, $4 billion company, so it's a little bit thicker, but it's not out of the realm of what you would think is going to be slow. I think this one's got it's going to give us a nice range to it. It's in a sweet spot of price too. I like this one. CGC pod stocks are hot. Now, the issue with this is it's gapping up today, right? A day 3 gap up is really, really tricky. They may fade off. So how you want to always act when you are looking at potential plays. Days 1 and 2 of a move, you can buy breakouts and kind of chase up on strength if you need to, if it starts to move. Day 3s, day 4s, day 5s of a move. So you're on this was 1 day, 2 days, so today would be 3. On day 3s and beyond, you can only hit the stock on dips. So, see how this stock is, it closed 1850, it's opening up almost like 9%. So you can't chase this thing up. So how you want to do this is you want to do a quick pullback setup. Quick pullback setup means, right, you got to gap up. If it pulls back to the 9 or 20 EMA, you get a green candle to hold, then you can take this thing for a potential long. But if you try to chase this thing on strength up 10% on a day 3, it's going to be tough because it very well could be like more of an exhaustion gap. Oftentimes, if you gap up on day 3, they pull back really hard at the open, and then that's where you got to load in. So you may even get a short on it at the open, depending on how high this thing gets up. If it gets up into, by the time market opens, if it gets up into close to 20, we may even get a short out of this bad boy. Oh yeah. Hold on here. Good. Now let's see what the other pot stocks are doing. Cron is the same. You can see the old breakdown was 750. Now you're kind of getting into that spot. So this is also a day 3 of a move. Frankly, Cron does not have the good range that CGC does. Notice how Cron is up to 2-3%. Not as good of range. Same thing with TLRY. It had an okay move yesterday, but it did not have that mega move that CGC had. You see CGC, first of all, it had 23 million shares in volume, but you also have 15%. You've got a lot more range. On this bad boy. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. Good. TLY looks okay. Add all of these to the list, but they're not I wouldn't say they're hot. Oof. Now this one's going to be good. So check out this Cub. This is Cubic Corp. What you got here? You got a break under the 200 SMA. Very nice. 21 million share float, $2 billion market cap. All right, this is more of an aerospace company, so it's not necessarily tech. Usually the best gappers come from tech or biotech. Aerospace is 50-50. But if you could stay under 64, I think you guys got yourself a nice little pizza party on this one. What you think? Yeah, it's pretty good. Cool. Hold on, let me fluff up my cafe real quick. Good. Hey, Petre, how you doing? Yeah, okay, looks pretty good too. We'll talk about it in a sec. As long as it stays under 64, we're good. I checked the borrows on this one with your broker. Make sure you got them because the float's going to be a little bit low. It shouldn't be hard to borrow, but it's right in that sweet spot. BJ. You're breaking down out of the trend line under all its EMAs today. They beat estimates, but the revenue missed. Can't miss on revenues these days. Usually if you do, it can be troublesome. I like this one too. My issue on this one is going to be retail. Retail stocks suck to trade. But BJ is a cool name, so just for that, we'll probably trade it. Bazoon. Now, Bazoon looks like they missed revenues too. You've got a longer-term consolidation. It's been stuck in consolidation forever. You can see this thing. Just back and forth, ping-ponging around back and forth. It breaking under this 40 spot is going to be important. I think this one is going to actually give some pretty good range. I would say this is probably one of my favorite ones. You're going to be under the 200 SMA. Let me just get rid of all these stupid lines. You're going to be under the 200 SMA. Really, this 40 right here. See, test. If you can hold under 40, man, that's going to be a good one. If you hold under 40, that's going to give you some nice range. So this is the line in the sand. Mark this out. If you can ORB, right? You can ORB or do a quick pullback buy, but you stay under 40. This one will give you good range. If it starts to squeeze over 40, then it's just going to come back in the range. It could be really choppy. You know, sometimes like when you're looking at gappers or some type of earnings plays, you've got to have like that level. If you stay under it, it'll work a lot more clean. Lazy Boy, I'm not really feeling that good about that one either. So these are the main ones. Lazy Boy, NTS had earnings out today too, but it doesn't have really a reaction yet. I actually find though sometimes when they don't have any reaction, you have to play the angle to see which way it breaks up, but you could get like a nice little surprise on this thing. Yeah, let me look at LK. I think LK is probably due for a bounce. I would get one more day of pullback would be really nice on this one. If you can get this thing closer to 24, 25, I think you'll have yourself a nice RR there. It got a little bit extended, so you know, retracing $4 or $5 is probably really healthy for it. I like it. On the list, what else? Good. You know what, mispricement, Nicholas? I saw BPTH put it out, but it's not really having much reaction. When they have spike on news and then they kind of like flow back like this, it can be really, really tricky, the location. You could definitely put it on your list, so there's nothing wrong with it. It's probably an okay mover. The issue is the daily chart just stinks. Like, it's just going to gap up into this resistance. You'd really need it to start clearing some levels to get interested. The one thing with this one, because the market cap on this is only 28 million, it can start to really push. So if you start to see, right, that kind of, if you start to see this thing really start to push and get over like 13, now you can shred this thing. So I'd add it to the list. Watch and see how much volume it does too. The best small cap stocks, like when you see like the ones that really push, like they're gonna do like 1 million plus in volume in the pre-market. That's when they can go. So like this HEPA may actually have a chance. You got 2 million shares in volume pre-market. That's gonna give it enough juice to go in. Hey Corey, what's up, baby? What's going on? Where you been, man? Awesome. Yeah, SSI looks okay too. Not that much volume though. You know, the other one's got 2 million shares. This one's got 30,000. Ameritrade is emerging, or it looks like getting bought out by Schwab, which would be nice, but I don't really see anything on it. Let's talk about day two plays. I think this BRY, if this thing cracks under 7, I got an alert set. If it cracks under 11, you're going to get yourself a nice push on it. It could go either way. You're just stuck in a box right now. See which way it breaks. Over 750, you could fill the gap to 850. If it breaks under 7, then you've got room to fall. So you got to always mind out your levels, right? Where are my levels at? One thing to really think of is on the weekly chart, if you look at BRY, this $8, $7.75, $8 was really important. So if it stays under there, I mean, the daily chart is smoked on these. You can see, like, most of these oil stocks, man, they're acting like they're going to go to zero. Like, look at this WLL. Like, every day it pops up a little bit, and then it just fades off. Pops up and fades off. Like, you see it, like, every day, just kind of rolling over. Slowly but surely. Derek, what's up, man? How you doing? Good, so I like BRY for day two. This I's been in play. You know, we were looking for a bounce on this thing yesterday. It gave okay, but nothing really that special. So it's still oversold. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing, you know, bounce in the 9-10 range before it probably fades off or the volume just dies down, which is a direct possibility also. I'd keep it on the list, though. AMRN got smoked yesterday, but now you're starting to get back into some support. Obviously, had a failed breakout here. It ran right into resistance at the old high and just kind of came back. But you're back down to support now. This thing probably, you know, you're more in a bounce zone than fade zone. LK, we're looking for a bounce off the 9 EMA. Let it pull back a little bit. If it pulls back to the 9, I think you're good to go. Pacey, I got Pacey on watch for a rubber band short. You're right at resistance here. right at resistance here. You're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. You're at 91 stochastics. You've been overbought for a long time. The big thing is, like, when you're trying to think about whether something's overbought or not, look at where the 9 EMA is, and then think about where the price is, right? When the distance from price to the 9 EMA gets this far, I mean, usually the rule of thumb is you can fit 2 thumbs in it. It's extended. This one's like 3 thumbs, maybe even a hand. So definitely I'm on watch for a potential rubber band short. If this thing kind of breaks and holds under 260, I think we're good to go on this one. My issue on this one is going to be the liquidity at 1.6 million shares in volume and the price. There's going to be a little bit of a spread on it. Yeah, there could be a little bit of a spread on it. But I love this one. Just this is a 2-tapper too, right? So, you know, you were at 190, really running hard into 260. We short this one. VFF, pass. Take this off the list too. Roku's a daily trader at this point. We never win on it, but it's a daily trader. We'll make a Roku deposit, you know, every day. Daily deposit, daily donation, I'd call it. You know, I haven't won on a Roku trade in like maybe 10 or 11 trades, so we just call it a donation. It's like every day you wake up and you donate $300, $400, $500 to the stock gods with a trade on Roku. Today will be no different. We'll make a little Roku deposit. The issue on Roku is it's just doing so much volume right now. It's Algo City, and the range is huge. It's almost too big of a range. Like, it's really hard to trade. It almost does too much volume. You know, sometimes, like, as traders, you want it, you know, you're taught like, hey, volume is awesome, volume. But if it's got too much volume, it becomes harder to trade. The best stocks, you know, when they do like 3, 4, 5 million shares, they're very easy to trade. Once you start getting into like 20, 30, 40 million, like AMD, Roku's, man, they get a little bit harder to trade. But Roku's even tougher because the float on it's actually fairly low, and you got tons of range and tons of volume. It's just rotating all the time, and man, it's Algo City on this one. It's really tricky to trade. But we put it on the list, and, you know, we make our daily donation. This ZM, I'm watching this one. If it closes over 71 one of these days, I'm going to take this thing for a swing trade. You've got like multiple levels here. If it gets over this and this, you know, this 50 SMA, man, I think this one, one's got a lot of room to go. These stocks that are on bottoms, right, with the market being so hot, these stocks that are on bottoms, they're getting picked up. They're getting picked up, and they're really running. I like this. Me gustas. Cool. Now, ZM is a little bit of a slippery trader. You know, you usually get like, you get like one push out of it, you get a buck or two, and then it just dies down. You can't chase ZM on strength. You can either hit it on red to greens or the first play. Otherwise, you gotta just kind of chill on this thing. Chunk. Take all this off the list. Yeah, I do think crowd. So I got crowd on bounce too. It's frankly, it was not trading well yesterday. You can see it kind of ran into a little resistance here at the spike, and then man, it faded like $5. I have it on bounce watch, but crowd does what crowd wants to do. Hey Kevin, how you doing, man? What's going on in Brazil? What's going on? Yeah, let's bounce this thing. We'll see. There's 2 things I need to see on this. Number one, it's got to hold the 9, but it's got to really reclaim. It's got to reclaim this 50-day moving average. If it does that, then you're good to go. Man, Tesla also. So Tesla's going to be in play today. They're now, I believe. Chuck, man, you ask about Holix every day. What's up with that? Are you an investor in this thing? I believe Tesla is, I believe they're announcing their truck today of what it's supposed to look like. Tesla to look for available cost structure. Looks like their Cybertruck is coming out. That's a really stupid name, isn't it? Oh, Cybertruck. It's gonna be in play today. So people don't like the truck. You know, you may sell this thing may get sold off. Watch this 9 EMA here. That's the real key. Like if it starts to break under the 9 EMA in the daily, you got a lot of room to fall. Remember, this thing was just $200 a month ago. I think it's going to be in play today. It's going to move around. The name Cybertruck is dumb. You might as well call it Space Truck or something. If you're going to do it like that. This is a top watch for today. Tesla at this point is, you can keep it on watch for daily trader, but you can see like it does move pretty clean. You can see here, like, right? Pops into EMAs, getting faded off, bear flags. You want to see like VWAPs, these kind of things. You want to see them work. This is actually, it moves actually pretty clean. So I like this one too. No Renko charts. I'm not familiar with Renko charts. Let me Google it and see what's up. What the heck is a Renko chart? No, I'm not familiar with it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but just not familiar. Cool. Let's shred this Tesla today. IRBT. Anything under 44, you got 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests. 3 tests. When you think about breakdowns, right? Breakdowns on daily, you need 3 tests or more. So you got 1, 2. This will be the 3rd test. If you break down those lows for the bros. All right. I like this one under 44. Take that off the list. I've been watching this D-Dog for a while. I think today is the day it bounces. You got nice 4-day pullback from earnings. Right into the 9 EMA. This one's looking very, very bouncy. Watch this one. If it opens weak and you go red to green on this one, we may be able to shred this thing quick. Yeah, Nuggets is stuck in range. I haven't been trading Nugget and JNug as much recently because the range has really tightened up and it's just died down the volatility. You were moving like, so if you think about like, put a ATR, put an average true range on your TC2000. See, look at this. So the average true range was $9 a couple months ago, over $10, and then look at how the range is just compressing. So now you got the range is at $4 per day. $4 per day is, man, that's light compared to what it was doing. Look at this. I mean, at its peak is doing about $10 a day in range. That's like highly tradable. Man, if you got $10 in range in a day, like you don't even need another stock to trade. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me fluff up my cafe again. Let me get a little cafe fluff. Yeah, I do trade Bitcoin also. It's been super slow lately. Bitcoin has been like crazy, crazy slow. There's just no action in it right now. So I'd probably leave Bitcoin alone for now. All right, so let's rank these. So when you have plays, right? When you have plays, you got to start ranking these. Like, what are the top ones? I think for the top ones, Bazoon we've traded before. Bazoon Plan, Nuance, CGC. I would move TLRY and Cron down because they don't have that good of range. Cub looks pretty good too. I think this one's actually going to give a really good range. I'd put Cub above Nuance. CGC, so I got Bazoon Plan, Cub, CGC, Nuance. These are out of just the earnings plays, right? We got to watch the rest of these bad boys too. Good. This one's going to look. If this thing breaks off at the open, it could squeeze. The one thing that will happen with probably a stock like Cub, you may see this thing just get shredded right at the open. You may have to short it. Like if it breaks the pre-market lows, you may have to short it like really, really quick. I think so. This is going to be... This thing is going to be hot. This plan, CGC. Good. I think we got the list. This is the list, guys. What you think? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Chris, what you got? Yeah, I trade live in the chat room all day. You know, we got our Discord room over here. So this is where I hang out during the days. Rock and roll up. Yeah, this Bazoon, if it gets under 38, that's where we're going to shred this thing. All right? Let's go. We need to switch. Layouts. Hey, Chris, I made you this, I had this old scan. You may want to play around with it, man. This thing back in the day used to give me some sick small cap breakouts. I shared it with you. Rock and roll. All right. We know what we got to do. We know what we got to do. It's showtime. It's go time. Good. Anybody got any questions? Dude, look at this Bazoon. I think we may be able to shred this thing like first. Right off at the open. What you think? Yeah, Bazoon, Plan, Cub. You see new one, BJ. Yeah, start shredding down your list. You got to narrow down your list a little bit if it starts to get a little too saucy. Man, Lowe's was a piece of shit yesterday, wasn't it? It was. Good. I think we put Bazoon at the hot one. Yeah, you got a little bit of volume on BPTH too. Think we should be okay. This ARAV was Gnar yesterday. CGC is on fire. Let's do it. It's showtime, people. Let's make some money. Yeah, crowd looks all right, Jay. Ooh, GSX. Yeah, Bazoon squeezing up a little bit here. Let's see how it reacts. CRC weak. New one. KRTX dumping down a little bit. Man, PDD's up 5%. Ain't that something? AJ, what's up, baby? Yeah, I wonder if CGC's in a little bit of an exhaustion gap. Hard to tell so far. We'll see how it shreds off. Crowd opening in green. Watch Bazoon here. The spread on it's Ganar, though. Ooh, Timmy, your long plan, huh? Dirty, dirty. I'm eyeballing this Bazoon for a sharp. Cub breaking down. Yeah, BJ looks nasty too. Woo! Look at that bad boy. All right, I'm short some Bazoot. I'm short some Bazoot. I'm short Bazoot. 3809. I'm short Bazoon 3809. $38.50 stop. $38.55 stop loss. Look at KRTX get smoked. Damn. What we need to see is just this thing to curl down right here and snap. If we get it, then we're going to be good to go. Man, this cub, I wanted to take a sharp, but at 62, but there's no volume in it. It's too tricky. We need some músicas, huh? Yeah, but CGC got to hold at this level. Ooh. Watch BRY. Look at WL. All these oil stocks are starting to get smoked out a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, and TES looks pretty interesting. Let it settle up because that first candle is like $10. But definitely, Mr. Allison, that one's looking decent. Look at Tesla. Woo. CGC. If you get the third candle, then it can ORB. Right? For an ORB, you need 3. Man, this new one was a dud. Yeah. See this? Go to like a 2-minute chart. You start to see it start to form up over here. I mean, you loving this plan, huh? Watch that 54.50. It could get smacked, Timmy. Yeah. If it loses 54.50, probably pop down real quick, then come back. CGC breaking out. You got ORB right here. Woo! Dude. Look at that bad boy. Thrust up like that. Damn, that's a mega penis candle. Woo! Under 38, we can double up a Bazoon if it loses this VWAP here. Yeah, we should have probably shorted the plan at 54.50. Been a little bit easier. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, gotta bust under this VWAP here. It seems like it's giving a little trouble. Watch this BRI under 7. No volume really, but... LK pop it. Yeah, let's see where the high is from yesterday. You can see you're kind of getting right over this 27.50 level. Could hold. Yeah, we need to crack this 38. Seems like there's a buyer almost sitting there. Yeah, Kron's looking pretty good. See how you like gapped up, you pulled back to the 9 EMA? Now you're back into resistance. I added some more Bazoon short. I got 2,500 shares now. Let's see this thing crack these lows for the bros. The lows for the bros. Come on, baby. We're good people. We deserve this. There we go, bros. All right, we're getting into these lows. Under 37. Oh, yeah. Clarence, you can do all that fun stuff. CGC, pop it. Yeah, we need to lose to 37. It looks like there's a bidder sitting at 37. You can see 15,000 for bid. If we lose that, then we're good to go. We're gonna have ourselves a nice little pizza party. Pizza's bad for you, but not if you have profits. Here we go, bros. Here we go. This is what we do. Here we go. One shot, one kill. I'm going to cover this thing, take my profits, and leave for the day. Yeah, now we in it. I covered half here. Covered half, 36.40s. Good. Yeah, Terrence, you can, by the way, Clarence, you can do, with technology these days, you can do pretty much anything you want. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, as soon as that 38 was important, as soon as it lost 38, see, I was like kind of just grinding at that VWAP. As soon as it lost 38, you're good to go. This is like a nice sweet spot for price, too, because you can load a couple thousand shares. It's got enough liquidity and range. Good, good, good. We're still getting lows on this thing. Hopefully we break under 36, get another flush going. Yeah, if it holds here at 36, I'll just get out the rest. Yeah, the issue on Cub is that the volume just stinks. Yeah, you got the first green candle since it broke down. We'll see if it acts. If it just is a consolidation candle or if it keeps going back up. Netflix hitting the alerts counter. This one's got a lot of heat on it. Usually I want to see like 100 plus. That'll indicate real buying pressure. Watch this D-Dog today. I think you're right at the 9 EMA. Good solid bounce spot over here. Like you can see here, like see how you get the multiple support levels? When you get multiple support levels, very nice. Yeah, support, support resistance can be tricky, but if you get like a convergence of things, when you get convergence of multiple levels, that usually is solid. Yeah, see, now if we crack under this level here, you still bear flagging? I still get about 1,200 shares short of this bad boy. Yeah, there's D-Dog. D-Dog's looking good. No volume, though. Yeah, Netflix pushing hard, huh? Look at that thing. So it almost basically went red to green, and man, you got a nice little shredder on it. You love this plan, don't you, Timmy? There, starting to break these lows on Bazoon. One more shred down and we'd be good to go. Needs to lose 36. CGC holding over the VWAP. Let this thing tighten up. I think we'll have something over there. You see, like you got two levels of support here, and you got EMAs. You got the ORB spot. Bazoo needs to lose his 36. The NASDAQ MNQ looking okay. Yeah, you got a bidder sitting here at 36, trying to hold this thing up. If we lose it, though, see how it's absorbing? Good. Now we got the next shred down. All right, I covered another quarter, Bazoo. Yeah, you got to keep covering in. You know, the average is good, but you got to kind of keep covering into the flushes. Every flush down, you cover some more. You got a little hammer candle here. Maybe time to cover up. Man, CGC, watch this 1980 spot. Man, LK's hot today. Woo! Yeah, LK got some juice. You see this bad boy. Woo! 2790. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. See, I just broke over this 2770 mark. So if it can hold and build over there, I think we'll have something. Not interested in it just yet, though. Plus, it's up like 6%. Can't chase LK. LK is a heartbreaker sometimes. Yeah. Ooh. LK's a heat. Got the heat. Good. You got a little bear flag over here. Oof. KRTX had a nice little shred at the open. Ooh. Hey guys, CGC's looking good. Yeah, my issue on this one thing I'm a little bit worried about are these tails. You know, that indicates a little sell pressure. Yeah, when I see tails like that, I usually don't want to. You don't want to get them up too high because you get those topping tails. You got to get them a little bit lower. Kron looks pretty good though. Omicron busting loose. Let me take a look at hepatitis. Yeah, the float's like 2 million on HEPA. Plan looking a little bit better. Watch that 55. Yeah, watch that 55. LK nice and steady now. Ooh, look at that HEPA go. So look, this 4 million first candles. The float's only 2, right? So you get 4 million first, 5 million first candle, 2 million, 2 million, 3 million. It's a lot of volumes. If float's only 2 million, right, and you're already doing like 10 million in volume, you're really rotating it fast. I knew this crispy was going to shred today. Damn. I'm going to wait days for that one, too. And the dreaded LK candle's right. LK always does shit like that. Dun, 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 dun. It's a beautiful day out there. Might have to get to the beach. Cyber, huh? Let me check. Yeah, Cyber looks like a swing. It doesn't have enough liquidity to actually day trade it. It looks nice. Yeah, he's still holding up on this. Ooh, lift. Damn. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a decent sized move for lift. 4%. You don't really get too many big days in lift, but it's definitely bottoming out a little bit. These bottoming patterns are working really well in this market. It's kind of this 45 is going to be a little bit of resistance. Or 46. I think that kind of looks like a swing. All right, I covered the last of Bazoon. Covered up the last of it. Yeah, I took the profits on it now. $35.30s, 35.37. CGC 20 break. Woo! Finally, it's starting to push a little. Yeah, I think the high of day is at 2020, so you should at least get that way. Yeah, woo, look at that thing push. Yeah, when it starts to hold over the VWAP, that's always good. Cron doesn't move as well. That's the only issue. Plan looks good over 55. There you go. Yeah, Timmy, go get it, buddy. That 55 was important. You can see the tight consolidation. Woo. Dude, it's still going down. So now that it's broke over 55, you need to hold over this high right here, right? Let it build a little bit. If you can build a little bit right there, I think you're going to have a little bit more upside. It's a little slow, but it's holding. Good, good, good. Yeah, you got. It looks like you got $1 squeeze now. It's just fizzling out a little bit, Timmy. It should hold though, but who knows? Yeah, PDD had a little bit of a gap up today, but after yesterday's earnings debacle, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing fade back. Watch this level over here. If it gets under 32.50, we probably reshort it like yesterday and let it fizzle out. Good. Why is this spread so big I'm playing? It's got 5 million shares in volume. Yeah, CGC's grinding right now a little bit. What a turd. Alright, 10:30. So guys, one thing to do around this time of day, start going through your top gainers, top losers scans. Alright, start to see like what other stocks are running around that, we may have not had on the Gapper scan. Or there's always random stocks that just start popping up. Nuon looks okay. Naya, Lyft is looking good. I love the location on Lyft too. There it goes. PDD finally snapped. Yeah, that 32.50 was lost quick. I took some short here. I'm short a little bit here. 32.25. Let's see if we fill this gap a little bit. Yeah, I got short 32.25 PDD. We'll see if we can come back and fill this gap a little bit. You know what, this PDD, I covered this thing up flat. I got the wrong location on it. 32.23, I covered up flat. I got the wrong location on it. It's too close to the 9. I covered it flat. And this lift is beasting. Woo. How funny is that? CEO makes $1 billion on the IPO probably. Buy 6 million to pump the stock. 6 million is nothing. LABD creeping.